But let me bring in my guest here to discuss. Criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor David Bruno. David, great to see you. Thanks again for joining me on the show. And I got to get your thoughts. I'm sure you've been tuned into this testimony, watching along with us. I'm struggling. I mean, I guess maybe you can explain to us why the state would even bring this information in. None of it seems to move their case forward. They did the testing, so I imagine they want to get it in front of the jury rather than leaving it for the defense to do. But your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Michael. And the reason is because, look, it's not as if this happens somewhere else and we're looking through the defendant's residence and we're trying to find blood matching up with a victim that was outside of the residence to try to prove that, you know, the blood was in his house when it shouldn't have been. The fact of the matter is this alleged murder happens in his home. So there shouldn't be much dispute, really, whether or not, you know, his DNA, touch DNA may be on. Look, if he's on the knife, if it's on the gun, if it's on the ski mask, if it's in the HVAC or whatever, interchange them all. There's no question that the three of them were in the home at some point. So that's where it's not as persuasive. I mean, we're getting some foundational knowledge about the DNA testing, the swabbing, and what is done. I guess this is a preliminary education for our viewers on Humerman as well as Koberger, because those cases are different, right? That if you find the victim in Koberger's house, it's going to be a very different analysis and probative value than what we're hearing here.
Exactly. It would place him at the scene in the case of Koberger, for instance, and place Humerman at the scene. Here, those aren't the issues. And not even in terms of the positioning, if the DNA found in certain places would tell you where something happened, which could tell you something about a narrative and connect to the story. But again, not seeing that as well. All right, David, stand by, because my understanding is court is back underway. A new witness is on the stand.